in match number 1 of the Grand Finals. We're going into Rondo.
Starts up northwest and it's going to go straight down to Tin Long Golf.
Having a terrible time. Meanwhile, on our screens, it seems like Aaron is giving it a good go over towards the stadium arena, having trouble dislodging the brutal powerhouse of the roster. Aaron holding the door frame and looks for more, runs out of ammo. Is going to go down. That is not nice. Western Circle blank, and it's pretty hard to the west.
Yeah, very hard to us. We're already 7-2-1, also getting stuck into the thick of it.
Oh, seems like Aurora as well. Joker holds the door frame. That is 2 eliminations. They're looking to keep this one going. But Aurora, okay, they've navigated over. Has that found the outpost before Thrives? I think he might have.
A deadly duo, to be sure.
Come on, you can't trifle with. It's going to cut the mustard. And Team Flash, you lose another. Don't worry, though. A lot of these teams will be able to get these recalls. Aurora, in the meantime, with T24 on site. Before Thrives, they're back up to 3. They have full control over Neox Factory, which I don't know how they managed that. It seems like nobody wanted to go near them on that spot. Everyone else is much more preoccupied elsewhere. With a roll back on in towards Yulin.
Stepped up where it's really counted. BTR coming in with the shots over towards 7-2-1. You can probably already hear the crowd silence. Will quiet it down over here. Fury of the 2 elims on the game. Full 4-man squad. Horror looking over towards Kevin here from DK. The M249 extended battle here will be prevalent for him.
Looking to keep that suppressive fire down, and Sky darts for the cliff face, needs closer range. That UMP can come into effect, and that's what you're looking for. Horror, they were able to top Group 1 blank. Many purported it to be the group of death, and it looks like they're trying to keep that roll going with 4 eliminations already. This is a good start. They do have a...
Has himself the 6x as well, and making some insane sprays off the back of it. 2 nades in hand. Hasn't gone for the first aid kit yet. The bounce is good. Sky is high like a G6 this game and refuses to come down. It is not happening. Refus now looking for a side angle. The nade's not great.
Going to connect, fully healed there with that first aid as well. Just a little poor bounce on the window drop from top. And now Refus on the sideline could have an impact here, but just back off the angle. The nade still able to land, and top goes down first. Aurora, they might have been thrown a lifeline low. There are third-party angles on towards Boom. Refus could go for this res, but there's still more nades, and that's what he's worried about here. Doc goes down in the offline. Boom are doing work here against Aurora, and Refus really needs to stand up tall on the defense with Doc down, Zyol, and Refus. This duo needs to come in clutch.
Zyol's going to drop like an anvil here versus Octa. Doesn't quite find the bounce on it, and now he's surrounded all angles, moves out, will get at least a knock, but Octa will finish him off here. Immediately in the midst of the chaos, they're going to go for the res upstairs. The nade looks pretty decent. It heads in, and it's a double.
What an exciting opener here for the Grand Finals. And now with 7-2-1, solo on location, Team Flash have been scrapping in this area.
Dude, nade goes up. He's round the corner. Rahan tries to hold and will make it happen. This is the man that battled off the boards, grabbed them by the tusks, and it...
On Team Flash, but there is still a recall opportunity.
No way!
Okay.
No. Success out of that one Rondo game. Malaku, good shots. But will get taken back out again. Scarface. Pitch is safe. Malik's coming through, but...
Damage still pouring in. Malik has got a high ground angle, but there are off angles to deal with as well.
Up to the wall now. Pagoda. Rahan some much needed safety. The nade goes up at half HP. The second is good. Solus will be taken down afterwards by
the southwest side is going to be very, very tricky to try and find your feet in towards. As S2G trade nades. Back and forth with TT Project. First player to face. Ephius wants to get this knock into the area, but back into the vehicle. Doesn't dodge that one. And a second. BTR now. In an engagement, they did manage to get the recall off, and they are rolling in towards Furia. They want revenge, but no! Eagles there, fine. The re-knock though, and they may just be able to pick their teammate up in stage 3. It's Red Bull in the zone still. Razak can't quite thread the needle there. And the backup for BTR is going to come on in. Furia taking damage, but they keep dishing it out. In response, another, and the spray down. Razy can't connect either. And it is almost all over. It is
dear.
Furia roll them down.
Either, so they can get a full team reset here. S2G, like we were saying before, Gaming Stars on the up and up. looking to finish them off. It's turkey on turkey action.
Popping in and out of the windows. Maniac has the sideswipe back up, but Soulcade's trying to roll in for the assist. 3 players to handle on spot, and it's all too much to bear. S2G need a miracle now to keep this one rolling. I don't know if they've got it in the tank, but we'll see if Soulcade can dish out the damage. The nade not going to connect there. Stops the push, though, and may force them into the open sightlines of a shotgun, and S2G will not do so. Soulcade down, and that is another team, a 3rd team to fall, as Pandem are in danger too. A 4th team evaporate.
Good shots from Ephius. Backing up here, understands he needs to get outside the sidelines. Zerich doesn't even attempt to go for the res. Can run this one back. Horror. 11 eliminations. It definitely has slowed down just a little bit here for this team. Currently trying to clear the northeast side of the map. Gaming Stars are heading in. TT Project move up. Jiggle opens up on the first. Just one more to find here in Zerich, and he's already incredibly low.
Stay behind cover, but the bullet pinging off the boot there for the trunk if you're from one of the alternate English-speaking countries, but he's not speaking anymore.
Here's E-Arena cleaning up versus DK, or at least trying to. SafG's got a nade in hand, looks to pull the pin on it. It looks decent, goes a little bit too far. Immediately pulls another, has 3 more to work with here. So for TonyK, he's on a bit of a clock right now, but the misses keep coming through from SafG, giving a bit more time for TonyK to try and turn this one around.
Oh. That Defilade keeping him safe. The previous explosion working in their favor, but there's shots from a third-party angle. GK are playing now as 2, and they're rolling up. Both of them now on spot. TonyK has to go for the heal. Lest he find another nade set his way. He tries to step out.
They're pretty brazen in that fact as well. 4 thrives. T24 takes the first knock here from Maniac, but not before he immediately goes down. Gaming Stars looking to dislodge 4 thrives from this position so they can cross the road.
IQ and Hazaifa now, the 2 players remaining for 4 thrives. Gaming Stars wanting to change that, wanting to take them down a notch or 2. IQ doesn't fall to the first nade and gets the flush over onto Maniac. Nades now being traded back and forth. Yusuf trying to dance around it, but dishes out a lot of damage to IQ, and a nade from up on high does manage to connect. Swash able to sweep him aside, and Hazaifa very, very low down. IQ now the last to stand. Swash on high. Does he have the angle? Not quite to connect there. And Yusuf, does he get the heal? No! IQ keeps them in.
Hanging on, but that's not before Furia rocks up, starts to play.
They want to crunch this one.
I mean, I don't know how good of an idea that is right now.
Spotted. It wasn't actually coming through from Horror, though, in response. Through from DK. There's trades going back and forth across most of the map here. The western side, I think, yeah, okay. Losing 2 players very, very quickly. As GOAT team now with their first real challenge to their position around the...
Fury around the side, Gaming Stars in front of them. They need to post these 2 teams up against one another and get some casualties in the process. Nade's been pulled by GOAT, wanting to take down at least 1 or 2 players from each squad, but the nades are going long. They're not quite sure how close they are, and it's Ayala who's doing more work over towards Furia than GOAT ever could.
Towards 7-2-1. Of course, a few players now left for 7-2-1. The first will go down. There is an answer, though, and that shot does shut down Chief on the angle. Ayala wants to get stuck right in, though, in response, and will suppress GOAT team around the edge here. Furia and GOAT team, the 2 teams playing on this summit, but Horror have yet to step foot.
Sleepy saunters up on the north side of all of this. Igors finds focus, but Horror is in position to strike. Sleepy will find force, knocks down Moxie. GOAT is in trouble.
Another nade over the top from Sleepy, posts it right into the gap, nearly finds 2, but they're using their nades in this late game to pick up those points, which means they're only on 1 in the pocket. Horror, they're on 6, and that could be a massive difference maker.
Well, the big difference maker is that they had so many loot crates.
Only a matter of time. Igor tries to roll forwards, get a little bit more info.
I mean, he's doing great here. He is pulling out nades from Horror that they desperately need. So now they're dead even on the nade count. Masku just going to deny the point outside. Will grab themselves a 4 for 9 eliminations. Not a bad first game for them. I think that might be the last nade coming through from Horror now. They found another. Oh, desperate for a 2nd place here. Silence finds a good amount of damage with the DP. Now looking to move around the side. The emergency cover flares giving a little bit of respite to the team. A big nade does a fair bit of damage. Do they have the meds, the supplies to get back?
They get a 21 elim game blank. It is a potential.
A little bit further up here. Sky's on the first to face, but he has been magnificent today. Opens up with some massive damage. There's an evener. 3 versus 3, but a good pick off coming through. And Ketch also moving in with a P90.
Leaving order now, just with Sleepy alive. Ketch is spotted on the backlines. He's down now, and a 3 versus 1. The Fury to run through, or denied at the very last. Maybe, unless they can find something miraculous here. Chief has gone down. Silence is low. Oh my goodness me! Sleepy stepping up. Eagle now, a 1 versus 1. Aura to claim it. Aura to claim it. Where's the ammo? Can he find it?
Furia